Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to another exciting episode of You've Already Peaked Gaming Podcast featuring Windows 10 and Locarthemanbeast. Also, featuring me, the slightly downgraded, the 20 Ti King, DjLobsterDust.
You know, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna say some real shit right now.
Tell me some real shit.
We're not doing family friendly anymore. I don't have the strength in me today.
I forgot we were doing that.
I don't have the strength in me. It looks better. So for the past couple podcasts, I don't know if you've watched them. Your like camera like fuzzes out, or like it looked like it was like lose. I thought it was an internet thing for the long. I thought it was an internet thing. I thought it was Discord or something. I was like, there's not much we can do. He lives in Reading. He's probably a crackhead out there on the street trying to siphon internet, get a few gigabytes somewhere. But it looks so clean right now. I'm telling you, man. Going big may actually be the problem. What does your girl always say? The bigger ones hurt? So
said yours is perfect, babe.
Yeah. So let's recap real quick. So we're recording this Saturday morning. For your Monday morning podcast, we decided, okay, yesterday I had some stuff going on. I was like, okay, you were supposed to have today off. That didn't happen.
Yeah. I was supposed to have the next 5 days off.
Yeah, that didn't happen.
Nope. Guess who's working the next 5 days?
I don't think you should. You're on call. You can say no.
See, I'm getting married.
And?
I just want a big paycheck.
For what? Isn't her dad supposed to pay for everything? Yeah. So we get up this morning. Like, all right, we're going to shoot around 10 o'clock this morning. That's cool. You message me.
To be fair, I think the dad pays for everything if I present them with like a goat or a cow. And I haven't done that. So I think this is on me.
You know where your mom lives. We can get a goat and a cow. We can get him a llama too.
All right. The joke didn't land. Okay, I get it. Move on.
There's a whole zoo up there.
Filipinos. Fuck is this?
Yeah,
it's called a llama.
Yeah. Why? I don't know. Something about their fur. 8 o'clock in the morning, you message me, say, my computer won't turn on. We spent the past almost 2 hours troubleshooting.
Mm-hmm.
It's dead.
From about 7:45 until 10 minutes ago.
Yep. And it's dead. So we're back to old reliable, baby. There's something about the classics that you just cannot beat.
I can already. There's part of me that just wishes I didn't say anything and I threw this away. Because Aaron is going to be in the fucking group chat.
Yep.
Just fucking blowing me up.
Yep.
Fucking Cliff is a new person. Fucking this girl came into his life. He's buying PCs. He's got the fucking swag back.
Wait, did he buy a PC?
Yeah.
He did buy a PC.
That's why I said I'm so glad I didn't talk shit about iBuyPower. He bought an iBuyPower PC. That's what the receipt was.
I didn't see a receipt. Oh. Ew.
And that's why he was like, man, I'm not going to lie. I thought there would be a little more excitement about this.
He spent $1,600 on an iBuyPower? That thing better be. That better be chunky. I don't know what's in it. I want to know the specs. You can show a receipt. I want to know the spec. I don't care what you buy.
He did just send a text that said, I returned it last night before I went to bed.
Oh, did he?
I was literally gonna be like, and not even like trying to be a fucking like a cock or anything like that, but I was literally gonna say, okay, now immediately replace your AIO, because that's like just like the number one thing everybody says. iBuy powers come with like their own like brand of AIO that usually always fail and end up overheating. So not even trying to be a prick, I was going to say, hey, we'll make sure you buy that. And I'm glad I didn't, because look at this fucking you stupid piece of shit.
I like how for so many years it was a paperweight, and it's back to being a paperweight. It back,
sure is.
It's back to its original form. It's what it needs to be. You know what I mean? I don't think that should be a computer. I think that should just be a display. It feels bad only because we don't know what the issue is. We think it's a power supply unit that's probably gone bad.
That makes the most sense.
It makes the most sense. It makes the most sense why it keeps killing power, why we can get it to boot and run. Because like I said, if it was a BIOS issue, it wouldn't have booted. If it was a CPU issue, it wouldn't have gotten to desktop. You know what I mean? Like I have to imagine out of everything else, there's something that's just drawing too much power and it's dying because of that, and it's got to be power supply. At least that's what I'm going to assume. I don't know, but until we...
It may be completely coincidental. I find it's weird that everything was going fine, and then I downloaded the update.
Well, hold on. Don't you dare blame.
Let's find out. Let's do it on this computer too. Let's find out if this fucking podcast shuts off halfway through. It's because I updated.
Well, but that doesn't make any sense. Okay, let's do the timeline. Okay, if it is something like there's something wrong, you had an issue with the computer that like bugged out, and you had to re-download Windows, but didn't re-download it all correctly. And ever since
to be fair, this is never run properly.
Ever since then, it's just been kind of off. And then just recently, you were having issues with the monitor. Remember, you were telling me like the monitor gets all fuzzy and things.
That's been going on for a while, though. I think this isn't the first time I've said that.
Right. We don't know if it was GPU issue or if it was something else. But if it is all tied directly to the power supply unit, the power supply unit's been bad, and there's been issues with like power drain or shorts. Maybe that all makes sense now. And I say maybe because, again, we won't know until we get it tested. And like I said, worst case scenario at this point, here's the best part. If you have the power supply in that unit, you could always put the 3090 in there and see if it works. And if it doesn't, then there's the double down. Now you know that the power supply unit, or the not the power supply, the GPU might be bad. Who knows at this point, Brad?
Here's the thing. Even in like, I wouldn't call it a perfect world, but even in just like my normal everyday life, I don't have the time to be fucking, or the know-how.
The know-how, yes.
Swapping stuff.
You have time.
And then on top of that, I'm getting married in 15 days.
And?
And I'm
somehow
juggling stuff because it's supposed to just be an elopement, right? But then, oh, now my mom's in the mix. Okay. And then, there's her mom. There's her mom. There's my mom. There's this. And then,
what are you? Why are you
spin moving? Oh, I cut the balls again.
Why are you doing that? Just chill.
I don't fucking know.
Brad, it is your wedding, not theirs. Just do what you want. Stop appeasing other people. It's your wedding. It's your wedding.
If it were that easy.
No, it is that easy. It is that easy.
If only it were.
How old are you? You 16? You 17? You 18?
I read at a 4th grade level.
You do. But that's because you're retarded. It's your wedding. You do what you want.
What an epiphany. I'm just retarded. Oh, I've been stumbling through life wondering what's wrong this whole time. That's all I needed, Trevor. Everything's perfect again.
There's this like nice little like sliding thing. It's like, where's your autism on the sliding scale? And I'm like, I keep sliding, going, well, I'm there. I'm there. I'm there. Well, I'm a little there. Okay, I guess I could kind of be there. It's like, I think I'm just a whole spectrum at this point. I'm like a fucking rainbow.
See, there was a comedian that said it best. They're like, man, So my doctor said I might have autism because I like I do this, I do this. But like, since when did like we just stop saying you're just a weird white person? All of a sudden, everybody has autism, and it's like almost like a cool thing now. Like there are people that really have it, and there's you, and you're just a fucking weirdo that likes fursuits.
Yeah, that's exactly right. It's the Billy Madison effect. You know, it's cool to have autism.
Cool, pee your pants.
I mean, I say that because I have like, I've met like truly autistic people, you know, that were like nonverbal autistic for like the first like 10 years of their life, like if not longer than that. And it's like, and those people that like become at least
and we love you, Clorf. We're not judging you.
And then when it's like everybody else is like, I have autism. It's like,
it's like, no,
it's hard.
No,
it's hard.
Fuck off.
It's like I was watching a comedian. He was like, he's got Asperger's or whatever. He's like, I've had Asperger's my whole life. And then all of a sudden they're like, we can't call it Asperger's because Dr. Asperg was a Nazi. He's like, all right. He's like, you know, we don't fucking like change. Why do you keep changing things?
It's literally like I get like there's a spectrum and there's like a sliding scale. Obviously there's like nonverbal and then there's like the much more like able to
high functioning.
Yeah. But it's like as soon as they gave you that scale, that's like somebody doing like a genealogy test on like 23andMe and finding out they're 2% black and all of a sudden showing up like Will Ferrell and Get Hard to the Hood. You know, it's just like no. There's a line and you're well on that side of it.
Yeah. I mean,
man, I feel like we just alienated half of our fucking core audience, though.
That's okay.
We're talking shit.
We're talking shit, but in a good way. Because here's the thing. I'm sure I got a dose of the tism somewhere in me, but I just like I don't.
Yeah, but swallowing a load doesn't necessarily fucking count, you know.
I don't know. Maybe. I'm sure
if you get enough.
I just think I think I'm just retarded. I think that's just what it comes down to. And I know we're not supposed to say that word anymore because it's highly offensive, but I don't mean it in like, I don't mean it as like a degrading point. I mean like mentally challenged. I think I'm just there.
Yeah.
You know, I can remember like, I can remember developers' names. You know what I mean? Like I can remember years, like books, bands.
You've got like a severe hyper focus on certain things.
Sure.
That could qualify.
I definitely could. I could probably get a grant somewhere.
Do you have a whiteboard near you? All right, I want you to put that whiteboard in front of you. I want you to close your eyes and I want you to try drawing Johnny Craig from 2005 from memory. This is the true test. That's your hyper focus.
Johnny Craig. Okay, hold on.
But your eyes have to be closed.
Okay, hold on. I got it.
Because I think that's a thing. And remember, if you're trying to be funny and draw a penis, you have to blur that out later. I think. Yeah, I knew there was going to be a dick in there somewhere. Pretty good, though.
That's pretty good.
Qualify.
That's pretty good. Oh, okay.
I don't know. The face of concentration might have sold it a lot, too. It's almost like Joey from Friends, like his smelling a fart face, how he uses that.
Yeah.
It's almost like that.
Oh, Christ. Well, you know, the worst part about your whole endeavor right now is when are we going to play Elden Ring? It came out on Thursday.
No, Ellen Wong came back Thursday. I was, oh man, it is not getting. It's just getting progressively worse at my work. You sent me that. Okay. I didn't yell at a doctor group chat, but like I've been going back and forth with the doctor like all day. And I look at the phone and like, it was just like one of those things, like everything is pissing me off. My mom sent me a text that was like, I hope you're having a great day, honey. I just fucking tossed my phone. I was like, shut up. Like, Ellen Wong is back. I was like, who the fuck is Ellen Wong? like, just so annoyed. Like, not annoyed with you. Just like, just everything was putting me on edge. I'm like driving home and I'm thinking, but like, it's still in there. Like, what the fuck is he talking about? Ellen Wong. What's Ellen Wong? And that's what I'm thinking. And I'm like, is that the lady from fucking Everything Everywhere All at Once? Like, I don't know. Susan Wong?
Yeah, I think it's Susan.
I don't know. Something like that. But I'm like reeling in my head, going. Get home, and I'm like begrudgingly eating dinner. Like I was just gonna shove food in my mouth because I gotta get to sleep because I gotta be back at work in fucking 6 hours a bowl. I'm like all pissed off. And you're like, it's back. I'm like, oh yeah. Completely forgetting that I was supposed to be off for the next almost week.
Man, I was like, I got it updated. I was sitting and ready. I was like, okay, it's out on Thursday. It was a day early. I thought it was coming out on Friday. They gave it to us on Thursday. I was like, it makes sense. I just had the dates wrong. I was like, we're ready to go. I'm going to get home late. I was like, we're probably not going to shoot the podcast on Friday because I had the dinner thing. I was like, but we can sit down and play. And you're like, I got to work. I'm like, goddamn. All right.
So you have to beat Moog to get in.
We're done.
Only one. Only my mean beam. Unga Bunga's never beat Moog because we didn't have the glitch anymore. Remember the wall?
Oh. So, well, it doesn't matter. Mean Beam's the best one because the Mean Beam's the highest level, and you can just lava tier to just reset whatever you want. You know, so
I was thinking about that today when I was going to start up my game. I mean, it'll probably still play on this, right?
It should. 100%. I mean,
if Clorf can almost play Hell Let Loose on his old one. This should probably handle
that one. Played
Elden Ring.
That one played all of Elden Ring
before.
Yeah, it played all of Elden Ring originally.
As long as they didn't drastically change anything.
Nah. There's nothing. I mean, maybe a little bit of updates for the game, but nothing graphically has changed, I bet. You know, honestly, at this point too, it's like before we. I mean, like I said, power supply might be the issue, but I mean, like, just a full-on wipe, just gut everything, wipe, and start over completely fresh, all the way like you have never installed anything on that computer.
I would,
if you can turn it on. Yeah,
if I could turn it on. Yeah, and that's what I was thinking. Like when we got to that screen and it was like restart everything. If there was a wipe completely button right there, I would have just clicked it before you said anything. I'm so sick of all the fucking problems.
Well, then I want
a fresh install. I almost just want to buy Windows 10 key somewhere and never touch Windows 11 again.
They're going to end up forcing us to upgrade. So it's the same thing that happened with 8.1. It's the same thing that happened with 7. Like eventually,
I just want to move everything out of my way and slam my head into the desk. I'm that frustrated.
Windows 11 is so bad. Everybody was like, it's gotten so much better. And then they started introducing like this weird AI system into it. And like, there's just been so much stuff that they've been updating. I don't understand. I'm getting to the point now where it sucks because I have to use the computer for other programs and things like that. I want to just go to Linux. I just want to go to Linux and get done with all of it. I mean, I only record and play games for the most part, and like the work stuff, like, yeah, it sucks, but you can have Windows and Linux on the same PC. That's not hard, you know? So it's like, but I want to get to the point where I'm just not dealing with Microsoft anymore. But the issue is that there's just a lot of things that just don't work Linux wise when it comes to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Get rid of it.
Wait, what was that? One more time.
I want to go to Linux. But there's a lot of things.
You don't want to deal with Microsoft anymore?
Yeah.
So BattleNet bad, but Microsoft has Black Ops 6. That's okay.
Microsoft
now don't want to.
So Microsoft Gaming versus Microsoft OS. We're literally trying to compare the two because it's a single company. How about we don't eat any food that isn't grown locally here in the United States? Let's do that.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. And then and don't support indie devs because some indie devs come from certain countries we shouldn't like. No more Stalker, no more Tarkov, no more Gray Zone.
You trying to get me hard right now?
Let's get rid of all of it.
Say we're voting for Trump. Let's shut the fucking border. Let's get
rid of anything that has anything to do with outside countries, any outsources, anything like that. We're only
these sunglasses are Italian. Get the fuck out of here, Mussolini.
The clothes that we're wearing, anything from China, get rid of all
made
of that.
From fucking Bangladesh.
Yeah, if it's not burlap sacks from a field out here in Fresno. I'm not. Yeah. Oh my god. Come on, pick and choose our battles, man. USA.
Oh, I don't know if it's the amount of caffeine I've ingested in a short amount of time, the patriotism coursing through my veins, or just my brain about to explode from fucking my PC. but I'm getting lightheaded and juiced up.
Yeah. Yeah, let's go. Our channel will just be us standing in the field firing guns into the air.
Say it again, but slower.
Our channel will just be us firing guns in the air.
Tell me about the immigrants. They're all in cages.
I don't know who put.
That's my girlfriend.
I don't know who put iron gates up, man. We should just be building cement walls. That's what you need to do. Yeah, see, that's the thing. We built the fences in Mexico too high, right? Think about it. Go short level, because then people just tripping and falling all the time. That's all we need to do. Like, just build 10 short walls, like every 30 feet, cover them in grass or whatever. You never know it. Just trip and fall. By the time,
do you think that's smart, Trevor? Do you think that's smart?
Oh yeah. Insurance.
They're already coming over here and taking our jobs. Now you want them to take over Ninja Warrior? Well, fucking 10 short walls. They're just like,
I will tell you right now.
Across. That's the only thing white people have left. Is American Ninja Warrior.
That is a good point. And
even that's a slippery slope.
It's a slippery slope.
We're losing on all fronts. We're trying to take basketball back. God bless Caitlin Clark and Luca. But man, don't be training them like that.
Luca is he's an interesting cat, man.
Yeah, he is.
But you talk about the taking the jobs things. I never worked with a white person that worked the way like my Mexican crew works, bro. Those guys,
you're goddamn right.
Holy shit! Hats off, nothing but respect. They fucking boogie, man. They boogie, and they work hard, and they work in the shit stuff too. Like I had a floor installer, and on Thursday and Friday we had to do floors down at this apartment complex, and he was just overwhelmed. It's him by himself. He's like, I probably have to come back tomorrow to do the work. Like, I'll probably be here at 7. I'll try and get it done. And I was like, bro, just be here at 9. It's no big deal. Yeah, I know, but I just want to get done. It's Friday. I want to get home. It's like, okay, cool. He calls me. He's like, oh, I'm finished. Like, do you want to come and check it? It's like, yeah, I went in. He's like, there's a little fuck up here, a little fuck up there. And I'm like, okay, can we fix it? He's like, yeah, I'm trying to get it fixed right now. Da, da, da. He's like, I'm sorry to just overall cares about the craft, cares about his work, and is like sorry that he can't get it 100% perfect. And I'm like, you never find that from a white dude.
A white guy's trying to hide it.
100%. I do.
Like fucking 3 pounds of caulk in the corner where it's not meeting correctly. What's that? Oh no, I needed to do that.
I worked with Sean.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
they're just built different.
They are 100%, man. 100%. Nothing but respect.
I'll get like a white dude who comes in, who's like, it's his like 9th month on like workers' comp, and he's like, my back's just killing me. But he walks up perfectly and like lays down, and it's like nothing, no bulging disc. It's the most perfect back I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
And then you'll have like a Mexican dude who like there's like the language barrier, and you're like, okay, like a little higher. You're like trying, and he's just like, you could see the pain on his face. He's like sweating, but he doesn't complain once. He sits there, he gets through the whole thing, and like you can't believe like he's even moving. You're like, dude, like you need to go to an ER. Like we should admit you right now.
Yeah.
There's a fucking difference.
There is a difference, man. There's a difference. I've kind of learned where I need to be difference wise with certain things, because like, you know, my job is not to do the work, but I'll still get down and boogie it out, and I'll show them up. Like most of all my floor guys that I've taught, or like my, you know, the people that do like the painting or the texture and stuff, like I've all taught them how to do it. So like I will show them how to do the work, but then I'm like, I pay you to do the work. You know what I mean? That's your job. So
I'll show them, and then like you walk away as soon as you're out the door. Fucking, oh God.
Yeah, I had to move a couch the other day. I was like, let's go, let's move the couch, man. My back is gonna be fucked. Boom, boom, boom. He's like, oh, thank you very much. No problem. I got you. I walked outside and I was like,
but never let him see you sweat.
Never let him see you sweat. Oh my God. Yeah. Woo! Monday. All right. It's been hot. All right. So I want, dude. What? Tell me.
It's fucking computer, man.
I know.
I'm pissed. There's games that I genuinely want to play. I want to play that up and down game again.
That was so much fun.
Chained Together. You seen that one?
No. Oh, I have. Yeah,
it's the same platform, but you're all attached. Like,
yes,
I want to play that. I want to get back into the Hellfire Vegas thing. Like, there's actually games that like I like want, and maybe it's just because it's shut down, and all of a sudden, like, no, I can't play it.
Well, there's that, right? There's that, because like you wanting to play something and actually being able to play something are two completely different things, right?
Yeah.
The computer you currently are sitting on right now will do all of that. None of those games are graphically or like at any point in time like CPU intensive. Like at no point is the computer that you're currently sitting on going to be like, I just can't play it. You know what I mean? We don't play anything at that level. We're not rendering cyberpunk and realistic graphics. You know what I mean? Like, we can do it. I
built this computer to play indie dev games.
Yeah, exactly right.
By one fucking guy.
Yeah. $2,600 later, I play Solitaire.
I wish it was $2,600, dude.
Yeah. Lowballing that. But that's the problem, is $2,600 plus all the problems, all the issues, all the things that are going to be going on. There's got to be something that's, honestly, at this point, 90% of the computer is EVGA. I would just contact EVGA and be like, can I just send you my computer and have you fix it?
I know.
You know what I mean? Everything in here is EVGA. Please just tell me what's wrong. Or just break it all the way down and RMA every one of them and send them to them and just be like,
I was thinking about that too. Like,
what is wrong with this shit?
At this point, I've already RMA'd the board.
Yeah. And we haven't RMA'd the GPU, right?
Nope.
It's all right. Just breathe. We got time. But what we don't have time on is Elden Ring. We were going to be some of the first people learning.
Supposed to be taking the spear.
I have been doing my absolute best to avoid anything. I see something pop up with Elden Ring, I just swipe immediately. I'm just gone. I haven't.
It makes me sad.
The fact that you knew that you had to beat Moog is more than I know. That
was a precursor. Like before it released, they were like, just so you know, if you want to, because everybody was saying like you have to beat Melania. It's Melania and Moog, because I think Moog's palace has the entrance to it.
Okay. Well, and that would make sense because it's also where his little.
The storyline, I guess, is a continuation from after you beat Melania, which is why you have to do Melania. But the entrance is in, I think, where you defeat Moog.
Okay.
I believe.
Cool.
That's all I know.
I don't want to boot it. I don't want to go through anything without you. I want to do this as total, but like, when, Brad? You need to find time. You need to be off at 4. I'm gonna throw up. Yeah. You need to be home. We need to play until you need to go to bed tonight. And then you're going to go to work tomorrow, and you need to be off at a decent time, and you need to come home, and you need to play with me until you need to go back to bed for Monday. And then we can filter in some games whenever we want. But I want time, and you're going to make time. Nothing is all work. You got to make the time. I've got controllers. I've got everything. I've ordered Doritos. I got Mountain Dew. I got a shit bucket. I'm not going anywhere. We're playing the goddamn game.
I got my controller out for this.
I did. Look.
Xbox.
Yeah, because I don't have a PS5 controller. The PS4 controller's starting to go to crap. Plus, everything works on the PC with Xbox because of Microsoft, you know?
It's just I just remember the day I had an Xbox. And you would talk shit to me. You'd say, you're a dumb little bitch.
Well, you are, but that's different.
You bullied me into PlayStation.
I bullied you into the best console that was on the market.
You did.
And it's
and
not
now look
wrong.
at you.
And then I don't play console games anymore. Right. Yeah. So then peripherals shouldn't really matter, right? Yeah.
Do they?
I don't know. Brad, how about your computer? You tell me about your computer.
Shut the fuck up. My peripherals don't work on my computer. I'm in a fragile space right now. You can't tease me. I'm gonna fucking go dark for 2 weeks like my name's Corf.
Oh my god. Yeah, that up and down game we played it was chaos for just the two of us. I want
all of us. I want fucking dynamite sticks everywhere.
I want everyone. I want to do that the parkour map again with everyone.
I don't ever want to do that map again.
It's so I have to get some redemption, man. I have to get some redemption. You smoked me on that map. I couldn't get to the final point where you had to grab the crown. I just could not get there.
I'm never telling you how I did it either.
Did you? Okay, wait. You have to just give me one or two. Did you do the jump pads or did you go on the falling blocks?
You can't do the falling blocks. I don't think
you can't.
It has to be jump pads.
I did I got all the way to the end and kept falling.
You couldn't go the other way.
So you did jump pads. Okay. I could not figure out jump pads for the save of my life. I was trying to bank up grapples so I could do jump pads and then just grapple over to it, but I kept flying underneath it. I was like, ugh.
Grapple gun's a fucking cocksucker,
dude. It is. If you're on,
it only works if you're going up.
Up, yeah, exactly. If you're in any other and if you have momentum,
you can't go straight forward because you'll drop down and go under.
Yep, 100%. I was hoping maybe
go down.
If I was like blasting off the side, maybe I could hook to it and then swing back up, but it was not doing its job. I've been looking at a bunch of different party games. There was one I put in the chat. It was a free to play game. It's like a jump move. It's kind of like that. It's kind of like up and down, but not like getting on platforms and stuff. It's more of like a death match. So there's like grenades or shotguns or different like weapons that you can use, but everybody has a move. And in the move, you can either only jump,
like turn-based,
kinda, but not really. It is a party game. There's races or there's the death match. And basically what it is that everybody only has one move. And so the move is a jump, or you can use your weapon for that move or whatever, but you're trying to either get to the end of the goal or try to do the death match. So it's really fun to see people like jumping and then like you trying to take a shot at someone, or you guys both jumping for something, or like you kind of overshoot your jump and like fall off the cliff or stuff. It looks like it's so much fun. I'll have to look up what the game was called. I put it in the chat the other day. But that seems like a great party game. And the fact that it's free and Cliff can't return it, it's like the perfect opportunity.
I like, see, the hardest thing is getting our group of friends all together and being like, download this, let's all play it. And then like everybody being online at the same time. Yeah. But God, I love games like that. Even just that, like, we played Fall Guys for how long?
Yeah.
With like, what, 5 of us?
It was me, you, Sean, and Cliff. I think it was just the 4 of us.
Yeah, and we were just like hopping into like random
people's
lobbies and stuff.
Such a blast, yeah.
Just fun.
And that's what I'm saying. If we could just schedule a night, you know what I mean? Or even for a couple hours a night. Because as of right now, we've been playing a lot of Destiny 2. Like a lot of Destiny 2. Like
I kind of liked Destiny 2.
It was
good fun.
I have never been
Wait, fuck your level. After that level, it was fun. That fucking like Krusty Krab fucking like underneath and coming up from Bikini Bottom.
Okay.
And just getting plowed and like, why are you in the hidey hole, bro? Like, I don't know what I'm doing. Fucking immediately throwing me into that raid where like my best weapon, the only weapon that had ammo was my pistol.
Yeah.
Man.
No, I agree that it was difficult. I do like the fact that we were figuring it out together. Like it was all like nobody was looking up guides. We were all just at a point of being like, okay, how do we do this? What do we do here? You know what I mean? And then we played it that way. And then when we couldn't figure it out, that's when we like double checked to see what the guide said and was like, okay, cool. And then when we got back in, we got so much farther than we did the night before. We just didn't have enough damage to finish it all the way out, which is fine. Shit happens, you know. But it was really cool to do that. Me and Sean and Aaron played another dungeon raid thing or whatever, and we didn't have any idea, and we went into the first boss and we got pulled up in these cages and we couldn't figure out what was happening, because if we were in the cages all of a sudden we would die, and then we were trying to figure out what happened. We figured out we had to shoot these eyes, and everybody had their own eyes around their cages, so we had to pop their eyes out of their cage because sometimes they wouldn't be able to see them, and that was the way to like bring them to get them out. And it was really cool to figure that out. And then the next scene, we got locked in a cage, and it was trying to figure out the puzzle to like open up the cage door so we can keep going through. And it was just really an interesting, fun time to use your brain and have fun and shoot shit. You know what I mean? The point of Destiny that's it's pissing me off, but I'm not mad about it, is that it's such an old, from Destiny 1 to where we are now is 10 years. And everybody's like, oh, it's the end. It's the end. And I started looking at it. It's not necessarily the end. So Bungie and Activision had a contract for 10 years. Doesn't necessarily mean that Destiny 2 is done or Destiny in general is done. I just think they're no longer going to do the Activision thing. Because Activision was forcing them to do, when they originally signed the contract, Activision forced them to do, they were planning on doing a game every 2 years. So Destiny 1 came out in 2014, and then Destiny 2 came out in 2017 after it had a year delay, or like 8 months delay or something like that. And so when Destiny 2 came out, they were like, this is not feasible. We can't make a game every 2 years. We're not doing that. So we will make content or, expansions and stuff.
Activision, you pieces of shit.
100%. That's exactly what they do, And so because Destiny 2 was delayed and all the things that have happened, Bungie was like, we don't look at it as like a 10-year like commitment to Destiny. We look as a 10-year commitment to Activision. And I'm like, respect. I love it. Now how well they're going to deal with, retaining that IP or getting it back from Activision, I don't know. But because the game has been going on for so long and there's so much content and everything, they've had to the game's just got too much bloat, so we're going to shrink it all down. And so because they've cut older content that doesn't exist in the game anymore, and it kind of starts in weird points, it is so confusing as a new player. Not just like a new player, but like even like as a returning player. I have spent so many hours just being like, I don't know what I'm looking for.
Even more so. So like me and you, we got the like updated version, the one with like the new content. So for us, I feel like it kind of points you at least in a direction. You could start here and it's a little more like streamlined. Rye saw that we were playing it and he's like, hey, I'll play Destiny 2 with you guys. He didn't get it. He's just doing the free to play and he's like, what the fuck am I doing? I was like, dude, you got like a decade worth of content that you just gotta figure out how to navigate, because like it's not like it's like completely open world. Like you're kind of just like flying, and now when you're going there, it's going to be a lot of like consolidated things. And
I've been watching this streamer. His name's like Shadow Destiny or not a streamer, he's a YouTuber, but he's been making content. And I guess he makes a lot of content on Destiny. And a couple of the videos he did was the new player experience, and he did 2 new player experiences where he had his wife, who's not a gamer, she doesn't play video games at all, jump into Destiny and just trying to figure it out. And I watched that and I was like, that was just a struggle bus. That's like putting a baby on a fucking 250 and be like, go, you know what I mean? Like it's just
you'll be okay.
But he had his other buddy, who's a gamer. He's an actual like FPS gamer and stuff like that. Start Destiny as a new player experience, and his whole goal with the experiment was not to tell them anything, just to let the game organically teach them the game. And there were points where, the game would give you a tip on what certain things were, like a tutorial tip or something, after they've been playing for 10 hours. You know what I mean? Or like his first sparrow he got, the game never told him, hey, by the way, you have a sparrow. So it's like one of those things, like if you haven't been playing Destiny since Destiny 1, there's a good chance you just don't know things. Yeah. And the game just never tells you. And you have to like accidentally stumble upon it. Like there was a point where you picked up the sparrow and they didn't realize it and they were running around. And at one point he was like, okay, we cannot run this. This video will go, 6 weeks. Like, this is where your sparrow is.
I have to inform you of what you're missing out on.
Exactly. And so it was really interesting to see it. And like one of the other interesting points that he was running into was like, because they've cut so much content from the game, the story is just so disjointed. So if you're playing Destiny 2 for the story now, you'll never understand anything. Like your best bet to understanding it is doing third-party stuff by going to YouTube or watching videos and stuff. And absolutely, it feels bad,
Especially so because I don't even know if I've ever played Destiny 2. Because you said Vault of Glass is Destiny 1, right?
It's in Destiny 2, but it definitely was Vault of Glass originally was Destiny 1.
So I think I remember playing Destiny 1, but then when we loaded into Destiny 2 and I was just doing that beginning tutorial, I was like, I've done this before. And you're like, oh, it's the same as Destiny 1.
Yeah.
So the fact that like their starting points are still the same and the game wants you to carry through, it's literally 10 years of like this happened, this boss came, this dungeon opened, this is the first time dungeons have ever been done. Like, and like that's a lot of content to think that you can catch up on, especially on your own.
Well, not only that, but like where like Bungie decides to pick and choose what content to remove. Like, we're gonna remove this story content, but we're gonna leave these dungeons in. So then you go in and fight these bosses. Like, you feel so like disconnected from the world. You're just like, I'm just here to shoot things and make sure they die. You know what I mean? Like, there's no like, you know, when you kill something, like someone like Aaron's like, oh man, this is a big name character, some crazy stuff like that. You're like, I'm not connected. I don't care. You know, and like we were watching a cutscene and I skipped it and he was like, oh, you skipped the cutscene? I'm like, yeah, why would I not? Why would I not? What does it matter at this point? You know what I mean?
I have months of my life dedicated to watching these cutscenes.
And because there's no like clear direction on which missions you should take and where you should go, you just kind of like pop in and it's like I started the newest expansion stuff and like saw the cutscene from the newest expansion. I was like, well, I don't really understand that. Then I went back to like another expansion and it was like another cutscene or something. And I was like, no, okay, that's not where I need to be. And then I went someplace else and then I was like, this kind of backtrack, but now there's a different person there that doesn't exist anymore. I'm like, what the hell is going on? The new player experience is hella funny too, because as a brand new player, like you go and you start talking to all these characters that was in the original point of Destiny 2, but then all the content in between has been cut. So like you'll go in, talk to someone from the tower who's in this thing, and she's like giving you this stuff and all this information. That like there's a cutscene, it puts you back in the tower, and then there's just a shrine from where she is because she's dead, and you're like, what? It's like what happened? You know what I mean? Like,
I see that people.
Yeah, you're just kind of like and so like that in itself, if you take it for a story perspective, it's awful. It's the worst game out there. It's the worst game out there. But if you take it as like a shooter, a looter shooter, it is a solid looter shooter. The way that the systems work, the random drops on weapons seem like it can be a little bit like because you're looking for those god rolls, but outside of that, like I don't feel like I'm in a position where I'm hindered by anything that I pick up. I can play with anything. I can do most of the content with anything that I have. And once you start to understand how like abilities and everything synergizes together, oh man, all of a sudden, once Aaron was explaining certain things, like I was trying to get my Arc Rider for the Hunter thing all leveled up and I couldn't figure out how to do it. He's like, you're looking for stuff called Jolt. And I was like, yeah, I saw that, but I don't understand. He's like, read your tooltips, read your abilities, like MMO, read your abilities. And I was like, okay. So I started reading it and I'm like, okay, this is starting to click. And then when I figured out how the combinations of things work, oh my God, I was like, oh, this is the dopest shit ever. And then like finding the synergy between weapons and your abilities and like how things, oh my God, it got so sick so fast, like instantly. Like when your brain, as a gamer at least, because we have gamer sense. We have gamer sense, and that's like kind of the pride point of being a gamer that you can rely on. Like you can see a broken, like a cracked wall and be like, there's probably something behind it. You know what I mean? Like that gamer sense. Yeah. So when years of gaming finally click, oh man, that was a high. We were playing Destiny, that high hit, and I was like, I'm in it, man. I'm like
right there. You know, we jumped in and we admittedly went to that fucking terrible fucking dungeon where we were overpowered. And I know there's certain things that like I'm just not getting. Like he's like, where'd you put your wall down? Like, what the fuck is a wall? He's press V. And you press V and you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like things like that. Yeah. I'm like, I'm starting to get the pieces to the puzzle. They just haven't all been put together. Yeah. And like slowly, I think I'm getting there.
Yeah.
But it hasn't like done the click yet. I'm still having fun. Yeah. But it's like I know like there's got to be something better than what I'm doing with my fucking Titan, you know? So I'm just like fucking using like my hammers in one way.
1000%. And like I said, once I figured out reading the abilities and figuring out where certain ability, because each ability has like, or each class has something specific to it that like if you do specific things, if you like with the Arc Strider, if I did my dodge ability and then meleeed, I would be able to jolt enemies. And then if I hit an enemy and it died, it would jolt other enemies. And so like, and then if I did a slide and then use my melee ability, he'd jump up and throw like another thing down that would jolt enemies. So like once you start to find that synergy and the combinations of doing certain things, all of a sudden everything started clicking. And then what I was just shooting things for over and over and be like, oh, my grenade's off cooldown, shoot. Oh, my grenade's off cooldown. Once I figured out all the rest of the abilities and like how other abilities will also help cooldowns and stuff and modding your gear so like you can get more cooldowns on certain things, all of a sudden the game just like, it went from like this to like this in like a half-hour time period. And I was like, okay. And now I'm in it. I'm just addicted. It's been fun. And I don't know if it's also fun because I just haven't had anything for the longest time. It's another one of those dumb games though too, where it's like max party size for dungeons is 3 people.
3. Fucking what are you doing, dude?
And we have, as of currently, it's Will, Sean, Aaron, me, and you. There's 5 people. So it's like, and then it's like, well, you know, raids are 6. But we did a dungeon as a 3-person, and that was difficult.
Well, if Cliff could just get on, then we could do 2 3-person raid or dungeons and then come together for raids.
But he returned his PC, so he's got to buy another one. And
fucking, you think that's just like that's how he comes? He just returns shit.
Oh yeah, that's his vice.
The load off returning $1,600. Watching that credit just hit the fucking bank account. Like, come on, come back.
Oh my god, I didn't even think about that. That's exactly right. That's his.
Yeah.
No,
that's his kink.
That's his kink, dude. It's just returning stuff. I want to look at it. I want to look at it as a bank account. It's like purchase, return, purchase, return, purchase, return, purchase, return. It's all within like 8
minutes. Can we do that thing I like? Not again. Please, babe. Comes out in a cashier's fucking outfit. How can I help you, sir? I'd like to return all this. Let me start the process.
That's what he needs to do. He needs to go get like the Nordstrom account because you can return anything to Nordstrom's. Doesn't matter what it is. Anything. They'll take anything back as long and it goes to store credit.
Anything.
You can buy tires and return the Nordstrom's. They'll just give you store credit for it. Their mentality is appease the customer, give them the store credit because they will spend it back in the store. They can't do anything with that money outside of it, but they're like, there's no reason for it. We can return anything.
So you're telling me I can take this computer and return it at Nordstrom's? I
don't have the receipt. I returned this. I bought this computer at Nordstrom's. Please, I'd like to return it and get store credit. They will just be like, okay, what was the cost? You can find your old wedding attire.
Yeah, sure fucking could. Piece of shit.
Oh man. I need you to try and get off early today.
I'll do my best. Oh, something paused my download.
Oh.
I'm downloading the
all
update
of it
for Elden Ring.
Okay.
God, it's going slow.
It's probably because we're doing the recording stuff.
Yeah, that's probably it. It's definitely not that it's an old computer. Fucking ancient.
Well,
Can't believe I'm even fucking on this thing, even though my camera looks better.
You haven't had any haven't had any fuzz issues, haven't had any like looked like a drop.
I haven't had the green screen yet.
Yeah. Oh, that was on the other camera though.
Oh, touche.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot yeah, it's right here. I forgot I have this thing.
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. Older's better. Older is better. There is
a piece of Betty White sweet ass.
Wow. Those 1070s, man. Those 1070s are workhorses. I miss the 1070s. Those things have done things to gaming that I have never seen happen before. I've never had an issue with the 1070 the way I have had with anything else. I think that's the problem. Tech is not
overcomplicating itself.
It is exactly right. It's advancing too quickly, and because we're in a world where everybody wants the newest tech as fast as possible, you're not getting quality anymore, right? Like they're trying to pump quantity, and then they're cutting corners on certain things, or they're reserving the top and the best of the best for the most elite, and it's just too expensive, you know? It's like crypto.
So let's get back into NFTs.
There's got to be so cheap at this point.
I think there's something like, remember like the Bored Apes Yacht Club? Mm-hmm. Aren't they going for like 15 grand now?
I don't even know. I haven't even looked.
I think I saw something like that. Like Justin Bieber bought one for like 8 million, and now it's like market value is below 30,000. Yeah. Yeah.
That's rough. That's rough. I mean, I have to also imagine that a lot of it too is the fact that no one who was buying NFTs thought it was going to be around. You know what I mean? Everybody knew how crypto was working. Everybody was buying the NFTs to then sell the NFTs, right? Buy it, it goes up, sell it immediately.
It's just if you're the last person to hold it.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. Or if you were the type of person who played with NFTs the way you play with stocks. Where you're like, oh, I got to hold on to this for a long time because a long time is what gives me my return. Those are the people that are now going, that was a bad call. You know what I mean? Mm. Crypto
was a time to be alive.
Crypto was so weird. I don't know. I hope crypto doesn't stay around any longer. I hope crypto, like, within the next like 5 to 10 years is just completely gone, because I'd like to be.
Bitcoin will stay.
Oh, yeah, Bitcoin. I think that's about it. Yeah, probably.
Maybe like the new Ethereum.
Yeah, I think
everything else.
Yeah, because there's a lot of like just businesses that are based on it. But like, even if it does, even if there's regulations or something that goes away, I just want to live in a time period where that becomes history. Where if you go to a high school, they're teaching that in classes. You know what I mean? Like you go to your finance class and they teach you the history of what happened during the crypto boom.
Yeah. If it didn't have such like a huge financial impact, it'd probably be something more like the Flojo, like the vacuum hair cutter fucking buzzer thing.
The Flobo or but was it Flobo?
Was it Flojo?
Oh God, I remember when you clicked. It was like yellow, that. Right? It like went on the vacuum. Yeah.
If it wasn't like so like financially like detrimental to like so many people, it'd probably just be like a meme like that, you know. But man, yeah, it will end up in history books. People did what? They bought pictures that you could download off the internet for exorbitant prices, with the promises of them being attached to stock market like features.
It's called a Floby.
A Floby.
You can still buy them.
What are we gonna fucking use it on, Trevor? My fucking ball hair?
Like, look, I'm not saying I'm gonna use it. I'm just saying it's amazing you can still buy that.
I remember that's on your face, though. You're like, you can still buy these.
They're $280.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, dude. What?
Get the fuck out of here.
What? Bro, I that was my dad's way of cutting my hair back in the day. Like, your hair's getting long, and then just hear the vacuum turn on. I'm like, oh,
you were one of those rich kids, huh?
It was like $20 at Sears when we were kids.
Yeah, my mom used like 99-cent store fucking scissors in a bowl.
My dad, my dad just did it because it's the easiest way to cut my hair. It was like vacuuming my. Yeah, they had the different angles and stuff that you could do. My dad used one size and just did the whole thing.
This is for the left side. This is for the right side for a nice fade. It's just a fucking foreguard all the way across. Didn't step it down at all, so it like that thing where like it bites in. You gotta like pull it out and back it out.
Oh my God, that was the worst haircuts of my life. Those hurt so bad. Just like I go to school the next day, my hair's all just What happened? Like, my dad cut my hair.
Oh man.
Oh, what a morning, bro. What a morning. High energy, though.
Oh, man.
High energy.
Didn't have a choice. My blood pressure's been spiked since 7:30.
7 days to shop ended on Friday. The last episode, we died. Okay, that's enough. We can stop that. Thank you.
I set you off with grace.
Yeah.
Just wait till I try to imitate bagpipes for you.
Can you click your teeth? Like, you know how you go, can you do it on both sides?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Why is it an octave lower?
I don't know. It's weird, right? I saw this the other day. It's like, I guess
I'm gonna be fucked with that all day.
Yeah, there's a large portion of people can't do it on both sides.
Is it like my tongue?
I don't know. Can't figure it out.
God, why do you put stupid shit like this in my head, dude? That's something I never would have thought of or even like played with, and now all day they're gonna think I have a tick at the hospital.
All right, please lay down for me.
Fuck it. I'm unknowingly speaking a tweaker language from fucking Reading.
Yeah. There's a mimic shiny shoes. All right, guys, we're out of here. Happy Monday. Enjoy your Monday. Check your PCs. Make sure you get them cleaned off, and make sure you do your updates. All right, we're out of here. Bye-bye.
Bye, kids.